Heavy users to InDesign often run into a problem that they can't figure out how to change something. So, for instance, my directions were delete the 2025 on the book title, right? I can't find it. So, what you need to realize is in InDesign, there's normally two things that would keep something locked. So, one is that what you might be changing is a linked image or other media file. So, if you go up to Window, Links, you can see all of the images that are linked. And this is similar to a website where you have the HTML page and it is linked to or connected with a folder of images. And you can change this folder of images and it updates in the website. So you can think about InDesign and websites in a similar way. So if I double click on the image, it now brings it up to where it is in the links panel. It shows me a thumbnail and it says what page it's on, one, which I can look down here and see I am on page one. So I know this is it. All right. So here's the next deal. It is showing a JPEG, but we know that to edit an image, I need the source file, the designer file, which is going to be a Photoshop document. Now, typically, they might be in the same folder. So in this case, I would come up here to the flyout panel and say Reveal in Finder. So now I can see the image in my Finder window, and we are hoping that there would be a PSD right next to it. There isn't. And so now we're going to search this name, cover with addendum, in my file system. So I go up to search and we are hoping, here it is, the PSD. So again, file naming is important so you can stay organized. But that's how I've done it so far. So I've double clicked and the Photoshop document should open up in Photoshop. All right, so delete the date over the book title. So at this point, I'm just going to turn off the layer because maybe it's going to need to come back. And now I'm going to need to adjust that up some to kind of take care of that space. I might ensure that they are really vertically aligned, which they are. Might bring this down just a tiny bit. All right. Now, in the black addendum, change it to the 2023 through 2026. So I can click in, change that to 6, Command S for save. Now, this is the PSD file, so I'm going to save a copy. Let's reference back to InDesign, and it was called Cover with Addendum 24, 25, 26. Okay, I'll just put it here. Make sure that's a JPEG. Save. Okay. Close it. Now, if I saved it to the exact same directory with the exact same name, it would just auto update here. But I didn't because I wasn't quite sure where it was. So I'm going to relink it. And remember, I can change the list or otherwise. Here it is. I can see from today at 9:17. Open. And you'll see it is now updated. All right. So this InDesign program allows us to see where those links are, to change things in other programs. Maybe it's in Illustrator, maybe it's in Photoshop, and then relink those updated images. So that's one reason why you might not be able to directly edit something in InDesign. It could be part of an embedded link, an image, or an infographic. Another reason is the use of masters. So you can see in Pages, if you have your page panel up, which you would go to Window, Pages, and if it's checked, then it's somewhere. And by default, you'll have None and Master. They have changed them to Parent in newer versions. And if you double click on it, you will see that it has a layout that's applied to all the pages that are associated with it. And whatever is on your master or your parent page can only be edited by clicking that master, and then it automatically applies to everything that has that on it. So you can see this is the B master, this is the A master. So if I look at the A, you can see it says a page number and the section name, but B has the page number at the bottom. So B is green here, and you can see the page numbers at the bottom. And here's A, and you can see the page number and the title is there. Now, I cannot select that here, right? Because that's in the master, but I can select the text. All right. So those are two common reasons of if you're in InDesign and you're saying, I don't know how to edit this, it's locked, and I've been told I need to change XYZ. Those are the things you need to look for. All right. So happy designing and learning. If this was helpful, please subscribe, leave a comment. You're never going to see a video from me again. I'm a small creator. So if this was helpful, go ahead and do what you need to do to be able to see another video from me. All right. Thanks and have a great day.